Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Plan B Success. Anything worthwhile demands your attention, focus, and perhaps a bit of sacrifice. Be it your personal growth, business relationships, or life in general, you need to put effort into it to gain desired outcomes. In pursuit of a far-flung future, there are sacrifices we make today. We probably relegate our short-term desires, goals, and needs to the back burner in anticipation of achieving that big picture, the long-term goals. And many times, it's needed when you do have that long-term vision. But the question also arises as to how much is too much. Where do you draw the line as to how far you will go, forsaking your today for an anticipated tomorrow? I believe the answer is personal to each one. If your business's performance can improve in the long term and further sustain it, are you willing to make changes today? And those changes today would mean you will miss targets you have set for the business in the next month, 2 or perhaps 6 months. Can you live with that? Again, for the visionary, it may seem logical to make that sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. But someone who's making ends meet, perhaps it seems too lofty a task. For unproven results, to have a vision that you might get there is a lofty ask and a tough decision laden with risk. Yet, it's those that can experience that vision and take the risk may ultimately be rewarded as well. The question of what risk appetite can you live with crops up now. To face the future and brave the present in anticipation of that future requires a lot of grit, determination, and courage. Besides the vision, preparation plays a key role in seeing yourself through. And when the time is right, act out your plan without a second thought, for time is of the essence. This action is what will shape your tomorrow. Back to that question we asked early on. Where do you draw the line as to how far you will go suffering through today for an anticipated tomorrow? As we discussed, it's a given that anything worthwhile only comes with a sacrifice of some sort. However, you don't have to necessarily burn away today in pursuit of a tomorrow where you will face repercussions of such sacrifice later. What's the point of what you set out to create in the future when you can't experience it then? First and foremost, always take care of yourself. Your physical and mental well-being are primary, and there's nothing more precious than that. It's easy to neglect yourself when consumed by work. Such neglect can lead to stress and related ailments, moving you out of a position of action. And that's no fun. Hence, self-care tops everything. Control is something we can't seem to get enough of. Yet, know that there are things within your control and others that aren't. There's not much you can do to influence something not in your control. But what is within your reach, focus on that. That's the only way to not be consumed by fear or worry. And through things you can control, you may be able to set other things in line as well. Learn to acknowledge the difference between being driven versus being rational. Being only driven can set you off on a path without giving thought, while rationality lets you assess situations and act accordingly. If you're not creating value, you're just spinning wheels. Know that. Hard work only gets you so far. Smart work puts you in a different lane altogether. Plan, prepare, and then work on it. Assess from time to time, make tweaks, and then proceed. Measure results based on input. Always have the end goal in mind. What is all this pursuit for? Ask yourself the question and dig deep into what you truly seek from the efforts you put in. When the right answer froths up, then you will know if it's worth it to sacrifice today for tomorrow. At the same time, today doesn't need to be all about blood and tears. Enjoy the ride. Always know that it's the journey that needs to be experienced and enjoyed, whereas the destination is only a place to reach. Hey, I hope you liked that episode. Please do check out Plan B Success Podcast on your favorite listening platforms. It's also available on www.planb.live. If you're looking to learn how to podcast and learn everything there is to ideate, create, launch, and monetize a podcast, do get in touch through the website www.planb.live, and I'll be more than happy to help. Thank you very much.